comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon.
Coach, some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Arizona Cardinals. They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. He gets this one to Johnson. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll try the left side. Dobbins. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Throwing now is Murray. And he will find his man on the outside. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And that gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Watch the shot. Jump, 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 jump.
They'll run forward with Henry. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Cardinals will take over at their 20-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Murray. This is caught by Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm on. Here we go.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's go, D.
From the 31, Murray forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Timmy Jernigan with a sack.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Following the interception here, Mariota. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Dancing, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Mariota to throw it. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. And even 50 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray eluding the pressure right. He can run, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point safely through, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? It
certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Mariota gives to Henry. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. To throw, it's Murray. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Mariota. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
Out of his end zone, Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Derrick Henry, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mariota hands to Henry. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find.
A terrific return, 30 yards all in all. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. From the gun, Murray. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Point after try forthcoming. And that will make this a 16-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
To throw Mariota. This will be caught by Brown. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Complete, it's Henry.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. They set up the screen for Henry. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The Titans go. It's Mariota. Steps away to his left. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Kevin Byard. two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Running from the gun with Henry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. And this is incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
The 17-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Timmy Jernigan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game. And that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
Throwing is Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack on 1st down, Mariota. It's caught by Davis. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Mariota. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Mariota. Got a man. It's Brown. Give him 16 yards there. A Tennessee 1st down. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Mariota's throw on the money to Davis. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Mariota now. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw it. Murray got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Push him back. Push him back.
And they will take a knee here.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a